Well, sorry I'm a few days late, but we're finally here. Side 4 of The Wall. Hi guys, welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Bang. I'm trying my best. I went to my friend's celebration of life today, whatever you want to call it, and went as well as one could assume. I got out of there pretty quick though, because I don't know, it's just not my place to be anymore. But here we are. We're finally here. It's on a Sunday if you're watching day of premiere. It's usually Friday, but whatever. Side 4 of The Wall. We've done the other 3 sides, and they've been completely transformative. The last side broke me almost a little bit. I'm kind of scared to see what happens at the end now, I'm not going to lie. And then after this, I think I'm going to try and do the movie or something just to spice things up. Maybe put it on Patreon, or I don't know. We'll do some movies and stuff this year because I've been thinking about branching out there, you know. I've been talking about it long enough, you know. So yeah, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll link the Pink Floyd playlist up there. That'll have the first 3 sides in it, and that's it. Alright, here we go. So today is The Show Must Go On, In the Flesh, Run Like Hell, Waiting for the Worms, Stop, The Trial, and Outside the Wall. It's a good way to close. I can already tell from that name alone. Alright, The Show Must Go On, Pink Floyd, 3, 2, 1, go.
The show must go on.
Yes, it does. In the Flesh. I like this build up already. Oh, bring it back. That guitar is so good.
face cadet glow. I got some bad news for you, sunshine. It isn't well. He stayed back at the hotel and they sent us along as a surrogate band. We're gonna find out where you fans really stand. Are there any queers in the theater tonight? Get 'em up against the wall. Now there's one in the spotlight. He don't look right to me. Get him up against the wall. And that one looks Jewish. And that one's a cool. Well, it's riff-raff into the room.
What the hell is happening?
There's one smoking a joint. And another with spots. If I had my way,
Terrible.
I'd have all that shots.
What the hell? Shouldn't laugh at that, but wow. That riff is just, love it. Nick's snare is perfect. This is hard hitting. I dig it. Wow. Bombastic. That's a good word. Run Like Hell. I think I've heard a live version of this song from Pulse, I think. Could be wrong. Oh yeah, I think I've heard this. Maybe? I love David Gilmour, bro. I swear to God. That effect is so cool. He's so creative. Just in like the textures of his tone. So cool. What the hell? Yes. That is such a cool line. Just run like hell. I want to go driving to this. And Waters on the bass has just been immaculate in this. The whole album, to be honest. I guess Pink is running like hell. That's so cool. Wow. I think I like that studio version better than the live one. Waiting for the words. I feel them on that one. Just kidding. I have a very long and arduous life ahead of me. I just know it. That's my love. I'm gonna live till I'm 99. Man, this is not the night to listen to this. Fuck.
Sitting in a bunker here behind my wall. Waiting for the worms to come. Perfect isolation here behind my wall. Waiting for the worms to come.
We're all going to convene on 115 outside Brixton Town Hall, where we will be going
What the
cut
fuck?
out the dead ones,
Waiting,
to clean up the city,
Okay.
waiting,
to mow the walls,
waiting,
to put on a black jack,
waiting,
to weed out the weakling,
waiting,
to smash in their windows and kick in their doors.
waiting,
On the final solution to strengthen the strain,
waiting, waiting,
to turn on the showers and fire the ovens.
waiting,
All the queens and the coons and the reds and the Jews,
waiting.
to follow the wall.
Would you like to see Britannia rule again? My friend, all you have to do is follow the words.
That transition. Oh my
Would
god.
you like to send our colored cousins home again? My friend, all you need to do is follow the
I love the exterior stuff they put in the songs. That riff is malicious. That might be my favorite one on that on this side so far. Stop.
Off this uniform and leave the show.
I almost forgot this one actually.
Waiting in this cell because I have to know. Have I been guilty all this time?
It's a good question. Whoa. It like devolved into madness very quickly. Just for a second. The trial. Our penultimate song.
Good morning, worm, your honor. The crown will plainly show the prisoner who now stands
happening?
before you was caught red-handed showing feelings.
Pink, what
Showing
happened, man?
Feelings of an almost human nature.
That'll
This will not do.
Nope.
Call the schoolmaster.
Get him out of here.
I always said it come to no good, didn't he? And your honor. Then
There he is.
on my way,
My man.
lead her into sheep. Right our hearts would say, the bleeding hearts and artists way I'm going. We must let me hammer him today. Crazy toys in the attic. I am crazy.
What just
Got fishing.
Okay.
They must have taken my marbles away.
I feel the same way.
You little shit, you're in it now. I hope they throw away the key. You should have talked to me more often than you did, but no, you had to go your own way. Have you broken any homes up lately?
It reminds me of
5 minutes
Jesus Christ
while
Superstar a little
you're Hear me alone.
Just a little bit.
Come to mother, baby, let me hold you in my arms. But I never wanted him to get in any trouble. Why'd he ever have to leave me? Well, you know, let me take him home. Crazy over the rainbow, I am crazy. Bars in the window. There must have been a door there in the wall when I came in.
Man, I feel that one so
The
deep.
evidence before the court is incontrovertible. There's no need for the jury to retire. In all my
Sounds about
years
right.
of judging, I have never heard before of someone more deserving of the full penalty of law. The way you made them suffer in your exquisite way, brother, fills me with the urge to defecate. Since, my friend, you have revealed your deepest fear, I
What the
sentence you to be exposed before your peers.
Not now.
The wall.
They're using it as a weapon. Wow. God. It's gone. Finally. Wow, that was cathartic as fuck. Tear down the wall. Wow. Good job, Roger.
All alone or in twos, the ones who really love you walk up and down outside the wall. Some hand in hand, and some gathered together in bands. The bleeding hearts and the artists make their stand. And when they've given you their all, some stagger and fall. After all, it's not easy. Banging your heart against some mad bugger's wall.
What did he say? At the end? Wow. That, well, it makes perfect sense, I'm not gonna lie. They, the whole tear down the wall part, that, just like the solo in side 3, just like the last track in side 2, like the finales to these, like, little mini albums that each side is, it feels like, you know, because each one could be its own self-contained thing, sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could just listen to side 3 and that side 3 would make sense, you know what I mean? This is like, I don't know, man. They built it up so far, and then the very last, or the second to last track, they tear it all down, and honestly I thought they were gonna kill him. That's what halfway through the trial I was like, oh, they're gonna kill Pink. Oh my god. No, that's not what happened at all. No, that was even not better. That's bad to say. But that's kind of where I thought the story was going. But no, I don't know what happened. I mean, they tore the wall down. Obviously, it sounded like a giant like thunderclap and like lightning, and it all just fell apart. You know, and he said that you were sentenced to be what in front of your peers, like seen by your peers, you know, like for what you really are, basically. And I bet that's terrifying to a lot of people, and it's probably terrifying to me on a deeper level, because on a surface level I don't care, but on a deeper level, like I guess maybe I would mind if I, you know, I'm pretty open on here, to be honest. Like everything I say in here, it's just me, you know, so it's me being me, it's me being honest, so it's me, you know, so I don't really have a problem sharing my problems, you know, or my successes or whatever, you know. But in reality, like in real life, like I definitely have a problem with, I don't know. I feel like I keep people just at arm's length because I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt, I guess, because I got hurt a lot as a young kid and as a young teenager and as a young adult. So been through a lot of stuff basically, and I guess it got a lot of defense mechanisms, you know. But that's what you have to do to survive, because the world is a fucking brutal place. They try to pretend that it's not, but it is. It's just become more digital now, you know. And it's brutal on the internet too. Like, people are so mean, they're just savages because they know that there's no repercussions really, you know. And I'm not one to say there should be repercussions, and I don't think there should be, but like, you know, for certain things definitely. But I don't know, that's a very fine line to walk basically, because it's a slippery slope with that. But that's not what this is about. This is about, I don't know, it definitely is an artistic take on things, because at the very end and outside the wall, he was talking about like the artists and the bleeding hearts and stuff like that, and your family. That's what would be there. Is like your loves, your actual loves. That's what would be outside the wall. Is the things that you've been trying to protect yourself from because you're afraid of success. You're afraid of things actually working. That it's not even a fear of failure. It's a fear of success. That's what it is, honestly, deep down, at least for me. I've failed a million times, you know, and I'll fail a million more times. That's just how it goes. But succeeding, that's terrifying, because then there's expectations, and then there's, oh no, even worse. Then there's oh no, what's the word exactly? I don't know, not reservations, but you know, you have I don't know, responsibilities and such. And I was one who, I was raised to have, you know, responsibilities, but like I said, my dad dropped when I was like 8 or 9, and then my mom basically disappeared too. So I raised myself and TV and my friends and stuff basically, and you know, it's probably not the best way to, you know, get raised, because I ended up doing heroin and stuff. So I guess probably not the best route, you know, but it got me here, you know what I'm saying? I'm alive. I've got 2 beautiful kids, beautiful girlfriend, and, you know, trying to work on my house to get better and better car, you know, but all those things, the service level stuff doesn't matter, you know? But when you have music like this, everything's okay just for those 20 minutes, you know, because I got to look deep for a second there. I got to mirror my journey that I've been on with Pinks. Even if you want to look at it in the scope of just this channel, I've definitely been through my ups and downs severely with this channel, and I don't know, man. Like, no matter what, I just care about the music and the people. That's what this is about: is the connections and me learning and trying to share it with other people, and hopefully they enjoy it. You know, that's all this really is. It's not, you know, it's not rocket science, but it does mean something to people. I do know that. The emails that I get every day from people, you know, talking about whatever song they watched, because it could be from 6 months ago, but I still get emails, you know, because I've got a huge back catalog of songs I've done, and I don't know, man. Pink Floyd is just one of the top ones, and I've gotten a few emails about this series, and I appreciate everyone who reached out. And I know the last one was pretty heavy, and I promised myself that this one would not get that heavy because the last one was so heavy. So I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but that was great. I think my favorite song was "Waiting for the Worms." And then I did enjoy The Trial. That was zany. I wonder what Sid would have thought of that song. Like, that's the number one thing that was going through my head listening to the Trial. I was like, I wonder what Sid would think of that song, because it has the ambitiousness of that early Pink Floyd stuff that I've heard. That's like, you know, it's like those bands that you listen to that there's nothing else like it. You know, like that's kind of what early Pink Floyd was, and this Pink Floyd. I mean, but there's bands that kind of copied the sound in a way, you know, some parts of it, but early Pink Floyd, I don't know, man, they were just so weird and so out there, man, and I loved it. And that was like a good mix of the Wall era Pink Floyd and like almost early era stuff, even though I know they didn't really use those instruments that they were using, like the kind of like orchestra instruments, but orchestral, but it was such an interesting and ambitious, different sort of take for them, you know, and I thought that was very intriguing. I would love to hear a whole album of Pink Floyd just like that, you know, almost like opera, almost is what would that be called? I don't even know, but whatever that genre of, like, you know, actually using like an orchestra and the voices and stuff, like it almost felt like a play. Like I said, Jesus Christ Superstar, it almost felt like one of those types of things. It was very interesting. I thought that was, other than Waiting for the Worms, I thought that was the coolest part of the side. Since I've already heard Run Like Hell, I've heard the live version of it at least. I kind of knew what was coming with that. I loved the whatever effect or pedal, whatever he was using for the guitar and that David was, such a cool sound. It kind of just like echoed throughout the song, you know what I'm saying? It was really cool. And then of course Nick Mason, one of the best percussionists. He's so underrated. Like, there's so many amazing drummers. Like, it blows my mind that I didn't even know about half of them. I knew about Nick, but like some of the ones that I found on here that you guys have shown me, it's like, what the fuck? How have I been missing out on this? You know what I'm saying? I had a very small bubble of like metal and stuff like that, you know. So I never ventured far out, man, and I'm glad that I finally did, because I thought that I had the best music in the world, like listening to like modern prog music, basically. Nope. You have stuff like this that's actually productive. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can actually learn from this. You know, people can get better. People can try and, I don't know, just, you can escape in this if you want, but you can also, like, gain stuff from this. I think it deserves a full listen through now for me, like, to actually get more of the story, you know? But I feel like the movie will be the best way to do that, and that's what we're going to be doing. I don't know if I'm going to do it this week, but by the end of the month or the beginning of the next month, I'm going to be doing a movie, at least. I don't know if it's going to be for Patreon only. I don't know if it'll be blocked on YouTube. I'm going to like do a test upload. We'll see what happens, you know. I'm going to try some things out. If I can get it up on YouTube, I promise I'll put it up on YouTube, because I'm not a paywall kind of guy. Obviously, I need money to survive. That's just like, duh. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not greedy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I'd rather give it out for free. It's not like it's my music, you know what I'm saying? But I do like sharing my thoughts about this stuff, because I don't know. It's probably interesting to you guys to get a young person's perspective, because most of my audience is probably twice my age, and hey, you know, that's cool. I love you guys, and it's been an honor to listen to this album. If I had to pick song wise, like out of the entire album, it's this fucking mammoth album. Probably Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. That from side 1. Mother was really good though. Side 2 would be, damn. That was the heavy one, bro. That was not side 3. That was like the crying one, but the side 2 was like loneliness personified. They captured so many different emotions in audio form in this album. It's crazy. Like, I don't even have the time to list them all. Like, I wish I had time to sit down and like re-listen to it and give you all something clever to say, because I probably could come up with something good, but here we are doing this format, you know. But it is what it is. From that side, probably the bookends. Goodbye Blue Sky, Goodbye Cruel World. Side 3, fuck, that's hard. Honestly, all of side 3 was just banger after banger. I mean, I know that it all kind of, you know, flows together in a way. Side 3 is probably my favorite, even though it made me cry. It still is one of the best pieces of music I think I've ever heard. I'm not gonna lie, that in a complete setting, just those songs right there, incredible. But if I had to go with song wise, probably the bookends again. Hey, You Were Comfortably Numb. I'm boring, I know. Side 4, like I already said, probably Waiting for the Worms or The Trial. Those would be my favorites. I can't go without saying, I can't leave this video without saying Roger Waters wrote a fucking masterpiece here. Like, he really did. I know all the guys had input on it probably, and Dave especially. Dave shined so brightly on this album. But I will say that this is the most I've heard from Roger. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously Roger's always there, and the stuff that I've heard, he's present. You know what I'm saying? But he's not the focus. I'm not saying he's the focus here either, but he's so much more prominent in the mix. Like, there's so much more depth to the tone and to like the sound he's using. And it pays dividends here, because you kind of need a very I don't know. It's a down-to-earth album in some aspects, like rhythm section-wise, but then with the guitars immersed right on the keys and stuff, like, very expansive. So you kind of have to, like, it's a fine line to balance those kind of elements going on there. But hey, they did a great job with this album. I mean, this is easily one of my favorite albums I've heard on here. It's definitely not one to listen to when you're not doing well mentally. Actually, I take that back. Maybe it is good to listen to when you're not doing well mentally, because it's better just to deal with it and get through with it than let it fester. You know what I mean? Because this is like a cleansing sort of album. It's introspective. It's very psychedelic, obviously. They really captured a lot of psychedelia here, but like a more refined version of it, like a late 70s version of it, not a late 60s version of it. And I'm probably just like so off base now, it doesn't even matter. I had a really long day, like I said. That celebration of life is heavy, but you know, I'm here. I think that's gonna be it though. I think this album deserves to be in the Library of Congress. If it's not, I mean, I know it's not American, but still, it should be in the Library of Congress. It should be somewhere. It should be saved for all of time. But Pink Floyd is so prominent that I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like that. They're just that good, and this album even helped me some stuff. Like I think I realized a couple things that I need to do with the channel and with myself by listening to this album. I'm not gonna share them just yet. Maybe down the line I'll feel comfortable enough to share them, but or maybe I'll just see the changes happen. You never know. Thanks for watching.